What's the most ridiculous, obvious lie ever told by a political leader? In South Africa, corrupt President Jacob Zuma spent about 10 million USD of taxpayer money to upgrade his house, stating it was for security reasons. When asked how his massive fancy new pool was a security expense, he said it was a fire pool that can be used if his house catches fire, lol. LMAO, this is the new winner. And the even funnier thing now is that with an election coming soon he switched parties, leading to members of his former party now complaining that they had to lie about the fire pool for this guy, and now he is betraying them, confirming that even back then they knew it was comical bullshit. And to be fair, no one in South Africa took it seriously. There were jokes about it back then and there are still jokes about it to this day. It was a joke to everyone except a few hundred ANC members of parliament who had to lie in front of parliament. But I lied about fire pool for you. The tolls will go away when the road is paid for. Here in Toronto, they didn't even bother with this lie on one of our highways, the 407. They just built it as an ETR, electronic toll route, and privatized it under a 99-year lease to a bunch of investors. Fuck the 407, which was supposed to help alleviate traffic on the Fuck the 401. You forgot that they used government dollars to build it, sold it to friends who run a private firm for a fraction of the cost almost immediately after it was built, and then he proceeded to get kickbacks to this day. And that's why you don't vote conservative, folks. And that's 2015. No one above the law. That is obviously a lie. I have seen people who got away from crimes before. Is the book The Outsiders or the research that inspired it still mentioned in high school? That's basically the template for how some people get away with things and others don't. In that, the researchers found that poor kids would be taken to the jailhouse when they were caught out at late cause police perceived them as potential troublemakers needing to learn a lesson, but when it was the rich kids with influential parents, there were cases of police literally helping them sneak back into their houses at night. Humans are social animals with biases that form really fast around who can benefit us and who can't. That's why the whole rule of law thing was an idea in the first place, but human commitment to rule of law slips fast when there's a personal stake. An unknown ex-FBI average Joe holds onto classified documents long after FBI asks to have them back. It's revealed that the documents were improperly stored, with people without clearance walking in and out of the room. It's known that agents of various foreign governments were in and out of that room. Later it's revealed that several of the top-secret documents are completely missing. These are felony offenses, for good reason. These are literally our nation's secrets, including material on nuclear weapons. The FBI raid of Mar-a-Lago occurred in August of 2022. Classified documents were supposed to be returned in January of 2021. There is no way in hell that if it were an average Joe, he would not be locked up by now. But because it's a former president, he gets treated very, very differently. 6'2", 215 pounds is a pretty good one. Amongst a litany of others too vast to count. It's actually 6'3", he apparently grew an inch while in office. Not joking, it was truly funny. I prefer his lies about the crowd and the weather at his inauguration speech as they are even more obvious and more easily disproved. Like, dude, you were there, are you telling me that you didn't see the water falling from the sky or the cameras filming everything? I've always enjoyed the Sharpie drawing on the hurricane map. The Sharpie was so dumb. Such a minor thing if he copped to it, but, no, he drew on the map with a marker. Actually, altering a government document to incite panic is kind of a big deal. The Sharpie was the cover-up. He didn't do it to create panic. He did it because in an earlier briefing he listed Alabama as possibly affected and wouldn't back down when people pointed out that he was wrong. I mean, crowd sizes is sad, but ultimately it affects literally no one. But the hurricane map thing was just fucking pathetic. All it was required was for Trump to say, you know what, Alabama is not on the path anymore, according to the latest forecast. Instead, this motherfucker doubled down on being fucking wrong and scared a whole lot of people because he can't admit any fault whatsoever. Not only that, but he fucking ordered his minions to get the NOAA, a non-biased agency, to agree with him. It was the epitome of what Trump is. Petty, vindictive, and with zero humility. Harmful. Don't forget, he is incredibly harmful to democracy, to decency, to U.S. legitimacy in the world, to trade, to the actual physical well-being of people. Exactly. A simple, sorry, I was given inaccurate information, which corrects, but doesn't accept blame, or I said the wrong thing, what I meant to say was. The doubling down and drawing on a map with Sharpie was just insane. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.